Hi everyone, I'm going to show you today how I made this thank you card using heat embossing and distress oxide ink. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. So I have a piece of cardstock cut out. It measures 4 by 5.5, and I have a stamp press here, and I'm going to put my card in there, and I selected some floral stamps to get a little bit of foliage, and I'm going to go ahead and use Versamark ink, and I'm going to ink up those stamps. I started some things to get this video going so that you're not waiting around. So I'll try to keep the chatter to a minimum and just show you the work and some of my techniques that I've learned to use along the way. One of the things that normally I do, I would use Stamp Buddy and just rub over this sheet. Now it looks like I forgot, and we're just going to run with it and see if it works. If it doesn't, let's see what happens. I'm just inking up my foliage. I just would like an extra piece of fern on there, so I'm going to stamp that separate and just kind of add it in. Okay, so I'm going to take this and pour some white embossing powder on it. Hopefully it's going to work because I didn't use the Stamp Buddy. We'll see. Hopefully it doesn't stick in the wrong spots. We're okay. Not too bad. Give it a good flick. Get rid of some of that powder. And I have a small little brush to kind of brush away some excess stuff that I don't want. Okay. That should be okay. So we'll just put this back in its jar. Okay, I'm going to use my heat tool to heat emboss that. So that's all embossed, and I'm just going to let it cool off a little bit so before I start inking it up. So get those ready. I have chosen Worn Lipstick, Broken China, and Cracked Pistachio for this card. It should be okay. Alright, so I'm going to start with the Cracked Pistachio, and I'm just going to get rid of this embossing powder that's kind of floating around here. So I'm going to work on my craft mat in circular motions. I don't want to cover the whole card. I just want to cover where I stamped, just to kind of accent that. So I'm just very, very gently going in small circles. Not hard at all. Just as you build up the ink there. I don't want a dark presence of ink. I just kind of want it light and flowy. So okay, so I think I'm happy with that. Let's go in with the next color. I'm going to go with Broken China. And again, I don't want a dark color, I just want to gently blend those colors together and make my blue presence be known. I'm super happy with that. We'll move to the next color. And a little bit of worn lipstick to give it that pinky feel. Not too much pink, just a little bit. Okay, so I'm happy with that. I'm just going to take a little bit of paper towel and I'm going to rub over the white embossed images so that the ink that's sitting on top will come off and make it more white and stand out off of the colors. So I'm just going to wipe that up a bit. Let's give it a spritz, get rid of some of this water. Get rid of some of this ink, I should say, before I muck up my card. Okay, so there we have this beautiful card. Oh, not sure. I hope I wasn't working out of the frame. Guess I'll check and find out. So there is the card. I've chosen a sentiment, very simple sentiment that says thank you. I just want this card to be elegant and beautiful. So I have a thank you, and I have black VersaFine ink. This is my favorite black ink. I love the perfect impression every time. So I'm just going to kind of fit that in. Should be good right there. Perfect. Okay, so I have a card base, a black card base for this. It measures 4.5 by 6. I'm going to use Tombow Mono liquid gel for this. And I'm just going to adhere this to the black cardstock. Now, because of heat embossed, my cardstock might be a little bit bubbly, so that's okay. We'll just sometimes tape runners are better for this, just for the instant adhesion. But I find I've been running through a lot of double-sided tape, and it's not very cost-effective when you're using it a lot. And whereas the Tombow Mono liquid gel is, and I think I paid like $5 for this tube, and it saves money. So I like that. I like the way this card is turning out. I'm just gonna grab a card base for that. So I think I got wrong one. There we go. That's the right color. So it's just actually a light cream that I used for this. It almost looks white, but not quite. And then so I've selected the equivalent background to match. So this is already pre-done up. This is a card that measures 5 inches by 6.5 inches. So most of my cards that I do are like that. I like a larger card. I like to have more room to work with and fill in beautiful sentiments. And so I'm going to use foam glue squares. Or sorry, tape squares, not glue squares. And I don't like to have any sag. Typically, if you're using a good cardstock, like the cardstock that I used here is 110 pound. This one is 65 pound, I believe. So it's more of a layering weight. But I always put a few extra pieces of foam squares to keep the centers from sagging. So I'm happy with that. And almost done. Just peel these off. Okay. Get those out of the way. There we go. And there you have this beautiful thank you card. I always like to add a square panel on the back just to give it that like nice heavyweight feel, and so that it kind of decorated on the back too. I usually make it pretty simple. Whatever I've used here, I normally put there just to kind of tie it all together. So that's it for today. Just to show you the first one that I did and the second one. So thanks for watching. If you have any comments, please leave them and let me know if you liked the video, if there's anything that you liked or you didn't like, and hopefully I can improve my videos and become something worth watching. Thanks for coming by, or thanks for watching.